Now create the package. What is our package name? com.anil.selenium is our name of the package. So we need to create a class on that. So let us create a class called my method. Okay, now let's go with the basic program, and we will introduce you about the concept called object, and we will design the things here right now. So before starting a Selenium class, we are just introducing about the Java concepts, and we will go ahead with this topic, and we will just connect to the WebDriver also even today. So let us talk about a method called public void. There is a method called a get method, and let me write here as welcome to the Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so I want to call this method. So what I need to do, there is a concept called object. I'm introducing a new concept called object right now. I think you guys remember that yesterday when I started the class, I talked about four things here, the five things here. The first one is a project. The second one is a package. The third one is a class, and the fourth one is a method, and the fifth one is object, right? That's what we discussed. And we discussed about class has a class body. Okay, inside the class body, we can define a method here. Those who attend my first class yesterday, I think you guys are remembering all these things, right? So forget about that. Okay, object here. So let me talk about first method, and we'll go ahead with this right now. What is the syntax for the method? If I say method syntax, okay, method syntax should be like this. Okay, first one, method name, open and close I can use open and close braces here, right? Okay, example, let me tell you example here, right? Example, let me say my method name is get. This is called open and close. Okay, let me give another method, main, open and close. This is the syntax for the method. Okay, you can write your name. Let me say my name Anil. You can say Sunil, whatever. These are all the examples for the method names. First, see, syntax is method name. Get is the name of the method. Open and close braces. You see the open and close braces here. This is open brace, and this one is a closed brace. Okay, so these are called without passing an argument methods. Okay, I did not pass any arguments inside the method because let me say int a. What do you mean by int a? I'm passing some methods inside this, right? So without passing an, these methods are called without passing an argument methods. How can you define a method? Anything, you write whatever you want to write. You can write your initial, or you can write your uh, anything, whatever you want to write. Write here something. Okay, just that is the name of the method, and put open and close curly brace. That's enough. Okay, this type of methods are known as, I can write like this, below are the without passing an argument methods. Okay, what do you mean by passing an argument methods? This is an example for without passing an argument methods. If I say passing an argument, what do you mean by passing the argument? Let me say same one Anil, and inside this I'll write int a. Okay, and I will say Sunil, and I say int b, whatever. Okay, so I can say get, and I will say string name. Okay, I can say main, I will say string args. Okay, these type of methods are, so you have seen two types of methods, right? So below are without passing an argument. What do you mean without passing an argument? I cannot write anything. I did not write anything here. If I write something inside this, those methods are called passing an argument methods. Those methods are these. Okay, so these methods are called without passing an argument methods. These methods are called passing an argument methods. Okay, you have seen the difference of these two methods, right? Okay, now if I say semicolon here, this is a method, get is a method right now. Anyone, I think I will ask Harish, can I call this a method? Can I call this a method?
No.
Why?
There is no close bracket.
There is no closed bracket. Already I have closed the bracket right here. So there is an extra semicolon here. See, the syntax says method name and open and close brackets, right? Okay, let me say open and close brackets here if you are confused with that. Okay, so it is open and closed brackets here, right? Yes or no? Method name and open and close bracket. That's it. It should be a syntax. If I say semicolon here, it's not a method. If I say and here, it is not a method. If I say dollar, it's not a method. If I say star, it's not a method. Method should be like, that's it. Get, open, close. That's it. That is a method. Okay. Is this a passing argument method?
No.
Why?
Same
the reason, right?
Right.
Okay. It should be something inside the brackets. Outside, it should be closed. That's it. Is this a method? Is this a method?
No.
No, right? Is this a method?
Yeah.
Is this a method?
No.
Perfect. Got it. So these, how many types of methods we have seen? These are the example for without passing the argument. I did not write anything inside this. So that's why we call this as an without passing an argument. If I write something here, this is called passing an argument method. Or you can say passing the parameters. Okay, you can say passing an argument. You can say any one of these. Okay, passing an argument or passing a parameter. Both one and the same. If I write something here, you are just passing something, right? What do you mean by passing something? I will explain through the program. Then you will understand what exactly I'm talking about right now. So any doubts? Any doubts here? First, you need to create a project, and my project name is called healthcare, and the package I created and the class I created. Inside the class, I created the method, and I told you method should have a method body. Method should have a method body, right? So where is my method body right now? Method body is this, okay? And I need to close my method, right? Let me close my method here. Take everything here. Let us close my method. This is the closing the method. Whatever you want to write, you can write inside the method. Okay, so see, class body open, class body closed, method body open, method body closed. Okay, now I'll introduce a concept called object. Okay, what is an object here? Object is always inside the method. I told you yesterday, one is inside the other. Package is inside the project, and class is inside a package, and method is inside the class, and the object is inside the method. Okay, so you can see this example right now. Okay, let me look at this program, then you'll understand more about what exactly I'm talking about here. Okay, look at this program. So there is a method here called a get method. This is a method. Okay, this is called a get method. Okay, now I say public. If I say public, it can access to everyone. Okay, void. What do you mean by void? Void is nothing but it does not return anything. Please understand right now. Void is nothing but does not return anything. Let me write if you want that. Okay, what do you mean by void here? void, void. If I say two lines here, it is not going to execute here, right? It makes a dummy here. So void is nothing but, okay, void. Void means, let me say void means it does not return anything. Clear? Void means it does not return anything. But right now you never understand the meaning of a void. Okay, so let me say int here. If I say int here, means it is going to return integer type. Okay, so don't worry about it. Now just remember for a meanwhile, you just remember void is nothing but just it does not return any value. Okay, look at this right now. Take it this everything. Tell me, is this a method? Anyone? Is this a method? Hi Manasa, is this a method?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
What type of
Yes,
method it
it
is?
is a method.
Yeah, what type of method it is? It's a passing an argument method or a without passing an argument method?
Yes, yes. It's a
Passing
passing an
argument.
argument.
Excellent, awesome. Is a passing an argument method, right? So this become
Yes.
so whatever you write inside the bracket that becomes a passing an argument method. Well, now let us look at this then. Public. Public. What do you mean by public? It access to everyone. Public. Static. What do you mean by static? It's a static method. What do you mean by static method? I'll explain it. Don't worry about it. Static. Void. Okay. Static means that no need to create an object for this method. That is the meaning of that. Okay. No need to create any object for the static methods. Let me write that for you. Okay. For a static methods, I'll write here. For the static methods, no need to create the object. What do you mean by that? Right now you never understand this. Please, right now you are learning step by step because yesterday we started the new session for the Selenium. So some people are good at Java, some people are not. So for you guys, just to please understand right now, the static is nothing but a static is just a keyword. Okay, static is just a keyword. This keyword indicates for the static keyword. Let me say static keyword here. It's just a Java keyword. For the static keyword, no need to create the object. Okay, what do you mean by that? I will tell you. Simplest way. Look at this example. SYSOUT. Okay. Please understand step by step. Don't be so hurry because Java, if you are not good at any one of the, if you don't know any language previously, so this welcome, oh, let me say welcome to the Java. Okay. So let me run this program, then you'll understand here. You know that yesterday we discussed system.out.println means system is a class. Okay. Out is an object and println is a method. Println is a method. Now look at this particular point. Look at this. Take out this entire thing. Take out this. Now tell me. I told you wherever you see the name and bracket open and close, that is a method. Please understand that. Okay, let me say println. Okay, println is a method, right? Println is the name of the method, and open close something is written here. What type of method it is? It is a passing an argument method or without passing an argument method? Which method it is?
Without passing.
Without passing or passing? I passed something, right?
Passing.
Yeah, I passed something, right? So this is a println is a method. Yes or no? You recognize that println is a method. Okay. Next, out is an object. System is a class. No, nothing to think about it. Just remember that whatever I written here inside the system.out.println, it will just display on the console. Okay. But I already written here this also. Welcome to Selenium WebDriver. Okay. What is going to print right now? Let me check it out. So run the program. Look at this. Yes. So what is going to print here right now?
Welcome to Java.
Yeah, welcome to Java has been printed. But why this is not printed? Welcome to Selenium WebDriver. Why this is not printed? Any reason?
Yeah, the method is void.
Yeah, anyone please go ahead. Yeah.
The method get method is void.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, tell me, go ahead. That's it.
There is a need of object which can call the method get. So then we can print welcome to the Selenium.
Excellent. Okay. You know about the concept of object, but some of the people here don't know what is exactly the object can do. Okay. So for them, let me tell you one thing. See what happens, this is called a main method, right? Let me go for an architecture of a JVM right now. We will go in depth of an architecture of a JVM. Then you will understand what exactly I'm talking about here. Where is, look at this right now, the architecture. Okay. Okay. Look at this. In the JVM, if you look at the JVM architecture, this is the JVM architecture right now. Okay. Java virtual machines architecture. Okay. Let me look at this right now. See here. JDK is the topmost container. Inside the JDK, we have a JRE. Inside the JRE, we have a JVM. Inside the JVM, we have a JIT compiler. Okay. What is this Java development kit? The moment when you install a Java, okay, so you will install JDK, Java development kit. So by default, when you install this, you will install JRE and Java Virtual Machine and a JIT compiler. Okay, what is this JVM is all about? It's a Java Virtual Machine. It's just a program. Okay, what the Java Virtual Machine will do? The Java Virtual Machine always starts from the main method. So it always read whatever you write inside the main method, inside the main method body only. It will display on the console. Whatever you write whatever you want. Okay, if you write uh, sorry, if you write right, okay, let me write hi. Okay, so it will display on the console whatever you write outside the main method. See, hi, welcome to Java and hi, whatever you write outside the main method, you return these. This is a method outside the main method, so it never execute. So if I want, this also should be printed on the console. Then what happens, I will call this method. I will call, remember this once again, I will call this method into the main method. So if I call this method into the main method, can I call come? I cannot call that, right? Please come. Can I call that like such a way that, so I cannot call. So I can use a concept call to calling this method. If I call this method inside the main method, then what happens, it is going to be printed. Okay, let me say how to call that method. That's the reason why I'm introducing a concept called object. Okay, what is that object is all about? A new concept called object for you, object concept. Okay, what the object concepts will explain to you that. Okay, so and the syntax for the object concept. First, if you create an object here, now what do you mean by creating an object? What is that means that? How can I visualize if I say object? Let us look at this right now. So if you go, this is called a JVM, right? Inside the JVM, if you see an architecture of a JVM, this is called an architecture of a JVM. JVM contains a class loader subsystem. Okay, so if you open the body of a JVM, so this is the JVM. If you want to look at this, look at that. See here. Whenever you write a Java code, that should be converted into .class file or a bytecode system. Okay, that is a mission level language. So this can be executed by a JVM. So JVM can understand everything, whatever you say. Okay. Right now I'm talking about what is this JVM is made up of. What is the architecture of a JVM? If you just marshal the JVM body, okay, if you open the body of a JVM, that becomes its architecture. Okay, let's look at this is an inside the body of a JVM, Java Virtual Machine. This is the architecture. Okay, Java Virtual Machine. How the human anatomy is made up of? It's something like a heart on the left, and two kidneys and one liver. Okay, and all these things, right? You are the main functioning organs. Everything. That's what the human anatomy is made up of, right? The same way, if you open the body of the JVM, this is made up of like this is the heart for the JVM. Okay, this is the liver for the JVM. These are all the main organs for the JVM. Okay, such a way that, so whenever the dot class file or a bytecode is directly go into the class loader subsystem. Okay, if the bytecode is went into the class loader subsystem, then what happens? this class loader subsystem will takes, see, let us talk about how the JVM is manufactured about. Okay, the JVM is manufactured like class loader subsystem. The next component is called runtime data area. The third component is called execution engine and a negative method interface and a negative method library. This is how the JVM was manufactured by. Okay, JVM is JVM which is in Java. Okay, if you have to know about what exactly this can be done. Okay, for a Selenium people like us, we don't want to know much about the JVM. Just we have to know about there is a class loader subsystem, there is an execution engine. This architecture is well noted. I will send you this everything. I will send you through your mails. Don't worry. This presentation, everything I will send it to you. So what I want to say is that this is how the JVM architecture was designed. Okay, you are writing a code in the company. Okay, so you should be very careful about what exactly you are talking about, how the things will happen internally. You should visualize what exactly happens back of the code. Okay, so I'm just showing this architecture. If you know the architecture, then you know how to, if you create an object, what do you mean by object? What is that? You should don't tell simply that, okay, we need to create an object. Okay, if you create an object, what you need to do with that? What is the purpose of creating an object? How really object is created? Okay, that's how you have to know the things by, if you say something, the picture should be come inside your brain, something. Okay, if I say apple, the apple picture should be come inside my brain. If I say object, the object we should come inside my brain right now. So that's what, if you visualize like that, the coding is nothing. You'll play a game. That's it. So class loader subsystem, runtime data areas, and execution engine here. So if I open this again, see, I'm opening this class loader subsystem, and I'm opening the execution engine. I have so much curiosity that what is inside the class loader subsystem. Okay, this is how the JVM architecture is. I know that, but what is inside the class loader subsystem and what is inside the execution engine? If I want to know that, just look at this. Look at this right now. So more detail, I'm going in depth of the JVM right now. If you see a class loader subsystem, what is there inside? If you have a, this is what is there inside a class loader subsystem. Okay, so there are some people when you go for a Selenium interview, there are some people will ask you about, did you know anything, something about a JVM? Most of the 95% of the people never ask you this question. If a person, maybe if he's not a Canadian, or if he's a Indian, or Indians will ask you this question. Now that's what they're true, because I went for interview, the first interview they asked this question for me. So can you please tell me a class loader subsystem? Any idea about a class loader subsystem in the JVM? That's what he asked me, because that's a simple question for him. For a new people like who entering into the automation, they don't care about this JVM. Oh, I know about JVM, but I don't know about a class loader subsystem. You will give us this answer for them. Maybe if you know, you will explain them. Okay, that's not a problem. Just for the even why should you leave this also? That's what I want to tell you. Okay, class loader subsystem contains loading, linking, and initialization. Loading contains bootstrap class loader, an extension class loader, and application class loader. What it does, I will tell you. Okay, and verify, prepare, resolve, initialized. Okay. Next, coming to the runtime data areas, we have a method area and a heap area and a stack area and a PC registers and negative method stacks. Okay, that should be connected to the execution engine. This is what a JIT compiler is, just in time compiler. Okay, what it does, it has an intermediate code generator. It connects to the code optimizer. It connects to the target code generator and a profiler. Okay, and there is a garbage collection here, and there is an interpreter here. Please, I will use the 5 words you continuously. Please remember that. One, I will use JVM. You know about this is a JVM architecture. Okay, what is JVM? Java Virtual Machine. And what is JVM? If this question is asked by a Java developer, don't tell me Java Virtual Machine. Okay, that is a different story about a Java. Okay, so if you are a Selenium developer, so you need to say JVM is a Java Virtual Machine, and it is made up of a class loader subsystem and a runtime data areas and execution. That's it. Okay, and the JVM contains method area, heap area. Selenium people like us should understand only some areas in the JVM. One is a method area, another is a heap area, interpreter, okay, garbage collector, a JIT compiler. The last and final one is the stack area. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough. Native method interface. This is called a Java native interfaces. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, every time I use the word interpreter, remember this. Interpreter is inside the JVM. If I say JVM or interpreter, both one are the same. Because if a JVM executes, means interpreter is also will come into the play. Okay. So interpreter and a garbage collection and a heap area and a method area. Look at that right now. What is this method area is made up of? Look at that. Method areas are made up of all class data. See here. All class data will store in the method area. Heap area. What is a heap area? All the objects you created in the class, all the objects what you created in the class will store in the heap area. See here. Objects are stored in the heap area, and class data, whatever you give inside the class, look at that. Whatever you give inside the class, everything, all the data will be stored. All the data will be stored in the heap area. Okay, whatever the class data, it will store on the method area, sorry, and objects what you create, it will store on the heap area. Okay, well, so there are some reference variables. I will tell you what is a reference variable. The reference variables will store on the stack area. Okay, so now let us see here. Now just you understand the architecture, that's it. Okay, don't think much about JVM architecture. Okay, now let us see here. Our agenda is to print a simple program, print this welcome to Selenium WebDriver. So that is a reason why I just creating an object. What is syntax for an object? Okay, object concept and syntax. I'll write and syntax here. What is the syntax for to create an object? So question here is that, Harish, why we are creating an object? That is a question here. Why we are creating an object inside the method? Harish.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
I will tell you, Harish, very simple. I am creating an object to call this method inside. If I call this method, so method body also will come automatically. What the method body contains? Welcome to Selenium WebDriver. So it is also print along with welcome to Java, hi. It will print welcome to Java, it will print hi, and also it prints welcome to Selenium WebDriver. Right now it is going to print only two things: welcome to Java, hi. That's it. My agenda is to print this also. Okay, if I want to print this, you can do two ways. One thing is that you can copy this and you can paste it here. That is one way. Okay, that is a nonsense way. Okay. Look at this. So welcome to Java, welcome to Selenium WebDriver. Okay, I told you whatever you write inside the main method, that only will execute. Okay, why? The reason, because I told you interpreter, right? Interpreter in JVM. That interpreter in JVM, the interpreter always starts from the main method. Interpreter says whatever you write inside that class, I don't care. I care always inside the class there is a method called a main method, right? This is a Java defined main method. You cannot write here as instead of main, you cannot write here as Anil as a method. Okay, it will shouts at you. It says that, Mr. already Java predefined one method, use that only, don't use any other things. Okay, so outside the main method, would you like to use Anil here? Write Anil here, no problem for me. Right here Anil, whatever you want to write, right here. Okay, this is given to you. You can declare the method name whatever you want, but don't disturb this. Main is a main, that's it. This is predefined method by a Java, don't disturb that. Okay, now look into this. Whatever the interpreter in the JVM will go line by line, one after the other. First it sees this. Okay, I need to print welcome to Java, it prints on the console. It sees the next line, welcome to Selenium, it prints. Next line it sees hi, it prints. That is the greatness of an interpreter in the JVM. Okay, so you understand the one word right now is interpreter. Where we use this word interpreter here, we use the interpreter here. See, this is an interpreter, right? Which is in the execution engine. This is the responsible for to execute a program here. Okay, now why we are creating an object? Because if you call this method Anil, okay, then what happens? Now our method name is, let us say, get is our method name. Okay, so if I want to call any method outside the main method, that's how I am using the concept of object. So what is syntax for an object? So class name reference is equal to new. If I say new, automatically the object is created. If I say new, automatically object is created. Where the object is created automatically? The object is created automatically inside the inside the heap memory. Okay, what is the heap memory? It's just a memory allocated, in the RAM. Okay, the RAM allocates some memory for you. That is the meaning of an object. Okay, now new. What is the next one I need to write? Class name, open close, semicolon. This is the syntax of the method. Let me write an example to create an object here. Class name. What is our class name, Harish? Harish, what is our class name?
My method.
Excellent. To create an object, this is the syntax. This is a formula to create an object. My method. Very nice. My method. Okay. Next. What I need to create next? What I need to write? Reference, right? Look at the syntax. Look at the syntax. Reference. What is the reference? What is the syntax? Reference, right? Hello, Harish.
Yeah.
So can I write reference as Harish? Yes, I can write. Harish is my reference. You can write any word as a reference. Okay. New is a keyword to create an object. Next, class name, open close, semicolon. That's it. That is how you need to create an object. Harish is just a reference variable. You can create Harish, you can write your last name, you can write your friend name, you can write your name, or you can write simply as A. Okay, whatever you want to write, you can write. Okay. I just place that Harish. Okay. Harish is a reference. Using the reference, you will call this method. Okay. I'll write Harish dot get. Okay. Creating an object is one thing, and using the handle, we call a reference or a handle. You can call this as a handle also. People call sometimes in Canada they are using the word called handle. Okay. Handle. They say handle, or we can call reference variable, or just it's a reference. Okay. Harish is a reference. First, you need to create an object like this. Syntax for an object I given on the top of this. This is syntax for an object. I create an object. Okay. What do you mean by create an object? You are creating a memory allocation in the RAM. Okay. Now Harish.get. If I say Harish.get means using the handle or using a reference, you are just calling this method. So it will. So you take it out this, delete this, delete it. Okay. Now one way you can paste here. The other way is that just call with the help of create an object and call with the handle or call with the reference. Okay. Let me check it out now. Look at that. Hit it. You see, welcome to Java. Hi, welcome to Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Would you like to write something here? If you want to write something, let me perform some addition operation here. Sorry. Int a is equal to 10. Okay. Int b is equal to, I'm performing some operation there, 100. Okay. So I say int c is equal to a plus b. Okay, perfect. I make that. So I need to print that, right? System out. Okay. And I'll write, okay,
C.
addition for the, or I say addition for two numbers. Two number C's. So I need to put plus C here, plus C. Okay, I need to put plus C here. Okay, well, now if I call this method, how can I call this method? First, you need to create an object. Next, Harish is a handle or a reference you can call. You can call a handle or reference. Using a reference, I say Harish.get. So automatically this method will come inside. Okay. This method never come inside. Then what happens? There is a story behind of it. First, the interpreter will come to this. It check this. Okay, I need to print welcome.java. Next, it goes to the second line. Step by step, it goes. That is the greatness of interpreter here. System.out.println. Oh, I need to print hi. So next line it will comes to it comes to here, but it says that okay, I don't want to execute this because it's a dummy. Because I put two lines here, no, it's a dummy one. Okay, it never executed. This thing is never executed. Just for our understanding, I read that. Okay, and it sees here right now. It sees that oh, I need to create an object. So interpreter will automatically the JVM interpreter will automatically creates an object on the heap memory. And next it comes to the next line. And it sees okay, using my handle, this handle, Harish is a handle, right? Reference variable. This reference variable will store in the stack memory. See here how the JVM, greatness of a JVM is. So dot, it sees the get method. So next line it sees the, whenever it sees this line, it creates an object automatically, and it sees that get method. Okay, I need to go directly to the get method. The interpreter directed towards the get method. It goes directly to the get method. It sees the get method here. It reads this, it reads everything. Okay, I need to put addition, I need to do an operation stating that I need to add these two things. Okay, so 10 should be initialized into A. So A is carrying 10, 100 is carrying by B. So A plus B, these two are combined 110. 110 should be assigned to C. Okay, addition for the two numbers is 110. Okay, I need to print this, and it come outside. It automatically come outside, and it come back to here, and it come outside. That's how the interpreter works. Okay, see the interpreter, that is the greatness of interpreter. Okay, look at this right now. Okay, look at that. Welcome to Java. Hi, addition for the two numbers is 110. Welcome to Selenium WebDriver. So I think you understand this, right? How it works. What is the purpose of, if I say this many times, if those who are not able to understand a Java, let me tell you one more time, is that why we are creating the Java is a nothing. It's just a language to understand. That's it. We need to understand a syntax. Okay, if I want to write, if you write anything outside the main method, it is not going to be executed. Okay, so if I want this also, okay, I will write at the outside of the main method, but it should be executed. If it should be executed, even though you write outside the main method, if it should be executed, if you want that, then that's the reason why the object concept come into picture. So what is an object says? Okay, object says, please, this is my syntax, you do this, and just create a memory allocation, just create some memory, and then what you do, just using the reference, you just call me, I'll come inside the main method indirectly, so I will execute this entire thing. Okay, whatever the program outside, let me create another. So please ask me this, because we are going to the bigger program the next within 2 minutes. Okay, so please ask me, right? Let me say another method as a set method. Set is one method for me. Okay, now look at that method. So in this method, I'll say system out control. Okay, so I say here as welcome, or let's say welcome to Toronto. Okay, so right now, Harish, I want to call this method. What I need to do?
Harish, right? Again.
Yeah. Harish, excellent. Harish, okay. Once you created object, that's enough. Using the handle, you can call in how many methods you want. Okay. Harish, very nice. Harish dot set, right? Semicolon. Remember the semicolon. Now what it is going to print? Welcome to Toronto. Also, it is going to print, right? Let me execute that right now. So welcome to Toronto. Excellent. Let me create another method. Let me ask another person. Let me ask Niranjan. Public void. Let me say my method as Brampton is my method. Okay, you can create whatever you want. Okay, Brampton is my method name. Okay, now let me say as sys yot control space. Okay, now hi Niranjan, how can you call this method inside the main method? Hi everyone, whatever. Okay, how can I call this method right now? You tell me fast.
Just say hi everyone dot set. Sorry, cat.
No. I'm telling you that how can you call this method inside the main method? Okay. So Harish, can you please?
Sorry?
Yeah, can you please tell me how can I call that Brampton method inside my main method?
Yes, Brampton.
You would say system print in
No, man.
Brampton.
No. See.
Brampton. A equals to
Brampton
new
works.
Brampton.
No need of that. See, look at this. What I want to say is that I want to print this right now. I need to call this method inside the main method, right? Okay. If you want to call it,
Harish.Brampton.
yes, excellent. Harish.Brampton. That's it. Once, if you created the object, that's enough. You can call thousands of methods outside the method using the handle. There's this reference. Using the reference, you can call thousands of methods. Okay. So why I'm asking individually each and everyone, because you should be elect in my class. Okay. If you are just listening, that is not a purpose of the class, right? You should be alert what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, Brampton. Okay, now this is a Brampton. Okay, let me execute right now. It's very easy. I mean, Java is nothing. That's it. If you don't know this, you are unable to understand inheritance concept. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, let me ask the same question to Niranjan. Public void. Let me say hi is my method. Okay. Okay. Hi Niranjan, tell me how can I call this method again?
Same Harish dot Harish dot hi. Yeah.
Excellent. Harish dot hi. That's very easy, man. That's it. So I mean to say here. Let me say only welcome. Okay. Welcome to whatever you want to say. Welcome to the class. Okay. Welcome to the, or you can say as Harish. Okay. What Harish dot hi,
Hi.
right? Excellent. Harish dot hi. So okay, welcome to the class. So
Welcome to the class.
that's how you need to create everything. Okay. If I created another method, you can create thousands of methods like that. You create only one time object. That's it. You create only once an object. By using the reference, you can call how many methods you want to call from the outside of the main method. See, I called so many methods. I called set method using a handle. I called Brampton method. I called hi method. Whatever. I called all these methods, right? This is how the Java works. If you did not write, once again I'm repeating, if you did not write anything inside the main method, so if you write only some things inside the main method, like welcome to Java hi only, it will be executed. If you write outside the main method, so if you write anything outside the main method, you need to create an object. Okay, creating an object is enough? No, right? With the help of the handle, you can call whatever you want. You can call whatever you want. Okay.
What
Now,
is the difference between get and set?
it just, what is the difference between Anil and your what is your name?
Anil.
Hi Anil. So your name is also Anil, right? What is the difference between my name and your name? The difference is our surnames, right?
Well, like we can use it set or get anyone, right?
That's what I'm telling you. You can use your you can use your set as let me see right now. Let me say as you can use your surname here. You can use your last name, or you can say Anil is in method here. And you can use your method. That's it. It's just a name of the method. That's it. Set,
Okay.
get, Brampton, hi, Anil, all this just a name of the method. If you are not say okay, yeah. If I say here, how are you? Okay. If I say this, and if I am not able to call this, it is not going to print automatically. You write in there. That's it. So welcome to class only is going to print. If you want this also should be printed, you just call that. And the difference between get, a set, a Brampton, hi, Anil, all these are just a name of the method. That's it. That's a user defined methods. You are defining that, right? Not the Java is defined. Java says I will define only one method. That's enough for me. That is the main method. Okay. So I can say Harish dot Anil. Okay. So it is going to call that method. Why it is calling that method? Because I want the body of that method. That's what I'm calling that method. So here, look at that. How are you? I think you are clear with this, right? This topic is very clear. Now everyone, I am asking this question. Simran, why we are creating an object?
Objects are created to call the methods.
Excellent. Calls the method outside the main method, right?
Yeah, in the main body.
Only creating an object is enough?
Yeah, I think so. It is enough.
It is enough to create a memory allocation in the heap memory. That's it. But what happens, but what happens, only creating the method. See here, only creating the object is not enough. Okay. But with the help of the handle, you need to call the method, right? You're calling the method. If you create an object, nothing will happens. But with using the help of the handle, you should call the methods, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So creating an object is one criteria. The second one is that using a reference variable and calling that method is also important. Only creating an object is nothing to do with that. Use the reference in the object and call all the methods from there. Okay, that is how it is. Okay, let's go for next class.
So your reference is
Using the reference. Reference is the key here. Reference is the key. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is something like this. Let me tell you a best example. For my marriage party, if I say I'm for the particular date, my marriage has been allocated. Okay. So using that word is not enough. That is nothing but I have a marriage at next year or the last month. Okay, the coming month or whatever I say. Not saying is enough, right? It is something like creating an object. Then I need to send an invitation for you guys, right? Whether the mail or whether I can send a person. See, stating that so earlier days, if you go for a 20, 30 years back, people used to come to your home and they informed you. Right now, we have on all the web applications, they send you by mail, right? Okay. See, this is my announcement of my marriage and I need to call everyone. How can I call? With the help of invitation. This Harish is an invitation, the reference invitation. I am going to invite you. Get is your name. Okay. I'm going to invite you with the help of the invitation. That is invitation, or you can call reference, you can call handle, whatever. Okay. I think you understand it. Creating an object is not enough. With the help, you can also use the reference and call the method. So I will go very fast with the next program. Maybe you understand this, right? Okay, let's go for this then. Next, let me go for a program called there is a cricket program. Okay, let me select that for you. Cricket is the name of the program. Okay, I think Simran is already there. Yesterday we discussed about that. Okay, again once more I want to discuss about this cricket program right now. So I will go very fast. Now I think you people understand, right, what I'm going to tell you right now. What is the purpose of creating an object? You understand. What is the purpose of reference? Creating an object is not enough. So using the reference, you can call what are the methods outside the main method. That's what we discussed here right now. So let us go with this right now. I'm saying string name semicolon. What is this string name? I'll tell you one minute. Okay. So I don't want to confuse you right now. Let me write like this. Okay. Public void. I'm creating a field method because you have a fielding in the cricket, right? So I'm creating a field method. So let me create so many methods here. I want how many methods the cricket. Let me look at that right now. Field method. There is another method and there is another method. There is another method. Okay. So here, look at this public void field. If I say, see, all the methods are field methods. So Java is telling Mr. Duplicate methods are not entertained in Java. Can you make field as something? Okay. Let me say this method as bat. Okay. This method as ball.
Bowling.
Yeah. Okay. So let me say this method as different as if you want keeping. Okay. Let's say keeping. These are the method. These are the well-known things, right? Keeping, or you can say whatever. Okay, leave it. You got it right. So there is an fielding. You say field, bat, ball, keeping. All these are the methods we usually use in the cricket, right? Okay. Now anything like okay, let me use another method called run method. So if anybody does more running, so I can say run is another method. Okay, this is another method. Let me say run here. Okay, perfect. These are all the methods I'm going to use right now. Okay. What is the purpose of creating a methods? The purpose of creating methods are reusability. You can reuse these methods whenever you want, wherever you want. Okay. Let me write here something as SYS OUT. Okay. So fielding. Let me say that one of the person is okay fielding here. So let me say Harish is fielding. Okay. Harish is okay. Plus I'll say plus fielding here. Okay, fielding. Okay, next let me write here Sunil. Sunil is batting. Okay, next what I want to write here next. Okay, let me write Rajesh is one. Rajesh is. So I need to put inverted commas here, right? So it is a string. String always with a Okay, Rajesh is plus string concatenation plus it will add the two strings. Rajesh is bowling. Okay. Okay. So it's all the string. So put the inverted commas on the top. So or else it will throw the error. It will says that it is a string. You can declare as a string. So keeping, somebody is keeping, right? Let us we are playing the cricket on the Markham or a Brampton or Toronto. Okay, these are the people I invited to. So I'm telling uh, um, Suresh to keep. He is keeping. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, keeping. Okay. So who are doing the runs here? Somebody is doing the runs. Okay. There are two batsmen who are taking the runs. Let me say here as a Anil and Vinay. Okay, you can say Vinay. You say Anil and Vinay are running. Okay. This concept is very easy. Next coming concept makes you difficult. Okay. So see, if I call anyone else here, why it is error? What I need to do, Harish? For this, put the inverted commas here, right? Okay. This is how this system.out.println Anil and Vinay are running. So we both are. See, we have a both. Another friend. We both are running, and somebody is keeping here. Somebody is bowling. Rajesh is bowling, and another person is batting. Okay. This is what we have two different teams. Okay. Harish is fielding. Okay. Harish belongs to other field, and me belongs to other field, other team. Okay. So right now I need to call this. Let me ask this question to Niranjan. Niranjan will explain this right for us entire program. Niranjan, can you please tell me that how can I call all the methods inside the main method, please? I need to create an object, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to create an object and then call the method, use the reference and call all the methods.
Awesome, man. Okay, so how can I call the object? What is the syntax I need to call an object fast?
Okay.
Excellent. Class name, please tell me the syntax. Class name, cricket is a class name. Next, reference. What is the reference?
A equals to
Okay, excellent. A is equal to new
class new class
excellent.
name cricket.
New class name cricket, open close semicolon that, right? Now Niranjan will tell how to call this method using a handle, right? Using the handle or reference, using a reference, right?
Yeah.
A dot ball, A dot keeping, A dot
Excellent.
run.
A dot ball, excellent. Next, A dot keeping, okay. A dot keeping, okay. Next,
A dot run.
A dot run,
A
okay.
dot run.
That's it. How easy the Java is. Nothing is there in Java. Next, A dot run. Next, you can see here.
Fielding.
See here. If you want field, you can click this. That's it. Eclipse will give you everything, whatever you want. Okay. Next, what are the methods? A dot. The last one is there. All the did we call all the methods? Look at that then. So bat method we did not call, right?
No, bat and field, yeah.
We call field. Okay. See, it is showing here. You can look. See bat. It is telling my bat is with me. You can take that. Okay. Okay. So these are all the methods. Now look at that. Hit it. Rajesh is bowling, Suresh is keeping, Anil and Vinay are running, Harish is fielding, Sunil is batting. Okay, see, everything is there, right? Okay, I think you got it. This right? Very easy. Java is very easy. Now look at the look at the next concept. So this is how it works. Okay. Now I will tell you the same way in a different format. Now everybody's understand really. Please raise your hand if you don't understand. Anyone, don't feel any shy. Please ask me the question if you don't understand this. I think Harish is clear, Niranjan is clear, and yeah, Simran, okay. Oh, Nitya also joined. Okay, hi Nitya.
Hi.
Okay, so okay, everybody is clear with this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, now look at this. The same program in a different manner. Look at this in the different manner here right now. So do this right. So let me say this string name semicolon. Now what I do, I don't want to give anything here right now. I don't want to give anything. I'll give just here as a name. I don't want to give any person name here right now. Okay. What is the first person name here? We are destroyed here. What is the first person name? Did you remember the name? What I written here?
Harish.
Harish? Oh, I read Harish, right? Very nice.
Harish.
Excellent. Okay. So let me copy all these things. Okay. Sunil. Okay. Let me take it out. Sunil here. Take the entire Sunil here. So cut. Okay. So let me take it out. Rajesh also here. Instead of that, I'll write one more way. Okay. Okay. Let me take other person also. Suresh is also taken out. Okay. Okay. Next, who else I want to take it out? So this also I will take it out. So instead of using the direct names, I will do indirect way. The indirect approach. What do you mean by indirect approach? Here it is Harish, right? Perfect. Well, now look at that right now. So let me say name here. Name plus name. Okay. So let me write here name again. Okay. Let me write a name here once again. Let me write a name here once again. Okay. So these are what we discussed here. Okay. So I did not write any names here. Let me do this right now. Let me print. What is going to print? Look at that. Name bowling. Sorry, null. Null means, what do you mean by null? I declared a string here. String, I did not mention anything here. Okay. So what happens, null batting, null. Null is nothing but automatically string name is equal to unit write string name is equal to something here. If you did not write anything, it will return a null. Who is going to return a null? The constructor is going to return a null. What is that constructor? There is a topic called a constructor in Java. I will explain you that. Don't worry. Okay. Right now, so it is going to print here. Let me print once again. Okay. So null bowling, null keeping, null running, null fielding. What is this null? It's a by default. It takes a null. Okay. If you did not give any name, it takes by default null. Okay. Now look at this right now. So in which method the Harish is there earlier? Harish, in which method you are there earlier? Earlier in which method you are there? Field method you are there or a bat method? Field method. Okay. Okay. Field method you are there, right? So where is the field method? Here is the field method. Before the field is the top of the field method. Look at the top of the field method. How can you declare yourself as, like, you can declare like this? What is the reference variable? A dot name is equal to, so just take and paste it there. Okay, cut, paste. Okay, Harish. Okay. Now what happens, Harish? You are wherever the interpreter sees a name, it will put your name automatically. Put the semicolon also. Okay. See, wherever it sees the name, what happens? Interpreter will come here first. Interpreter will always start from. Interpreter never goes anywhere first. It goes to the main method. It opens the door of the main method and it goes inside. So it opens the door of the main method. It sees the main method first. Sees this. Oh, cricket. Okay, I need to create an object. It will create an object. It puts all the things into the object, all this method into the object. Next, it goes to the next line. Line by line, it goes to line by line, one at a time. So a dot ball. Oh, interpreter thinks that, okay, I need to go for ball method. It redirect directly to the ball method. It never goes keeping. First, it sees the ball method. It goes to the ball method directly. It goes to the ball method and sees here. It sees, okay, name plus bowling. Okay, name has given any name. It will check. No, it is not given anything. Okay, let me pull null batting. That's it. Okay, and it comes out of the ball method. And next line, it comes again into this. It comes to the keep method, the keeping method, and it goes directly to the keeping method. It goes to the keeping method. Oh, it checks this. Okay, name plus keeping. Okay, and it comes outside. It comes outside. It will print this. Okay, comes outside. and again it comes to the main method, and it sees the run method. Okay, I need to go to the run method. It goes directly to the run method, and it prints this, and it comes outside the run method. Again it comes here. It sees, okay, name dot a dot Anil is Harish. Okay, wherever I see name here, name, I put Harish. Okay, Harish is fielding. Okay, I say you can write here Harish is fielding. If you put anyway, it is going to print only Harish. Okay, leave it like that. Okay, leave it that. Harish. Okay, let me say Harish is also. Maybe it takes. Look at that. Okay, Harish is. So look at that right now. Execute the program. See here. Harish is fielding. Harish is batting. Only two methods. Why? Because only two methods are there after the Harish. After the Harish, two methods are there. Let us do this then. Good. Now you see here. If you put here a dot name, ball method also, Harish is bowling, Harish is keeping, Harish is running, Harish is fielding, Harish is batting. Okay. Below these methods only, it will put name. All the names wherever it sees, just look at that. You'll understand this. If you see the real scenario, then you'll understand this. Harish is bowling, keeping, running, fielding, batting. That's what it keeps. If you keep only with this method, if you keep, let us say, if you keep only below this method, look at that. So only bat method only it will show Harish is batting. Remaining methods, null is bowling, null is keeping, null is running. So look at that, right? See, that is the greatness of interpreter. Here, null is bowling, null is keeping, running, fielding. Harish is only batting. Okay, he's a nice boy. That's what he is. Only he's batting. That's it. So none of the people don't. Nobody knows who is those. Okay. So what I want to say is that for the field method, I will assign Harish. Okay. Look at that right now. Any doubts, please? If you have a doubts, please see my recording session once again. Okay, I'll send you the recording session after the completion of the class. Okay. Now in the bat method, I want to assign who I assigned earlier bat method. Nobody remembers that, right? Okay, leave it. So if you don't remember, so let me copy from here whatever I want. So Sunil is. Let's take Sunil here. Cut this. Okay. Okay. Let me put here as a Sunil here. Okay. So can I write only Sunil? No, I need to write a dot name. With the help of the reference, I'm assigning the ball method. Okay. For a ball method, Sunil will take care of semicolon. It is telling please semicolon. Okay. Now ball method, wherever it sees a ball method, it puts the Sunil. Okay. See the ball method. It sees the ball method. It goes instead of name, it will put Sunil. Sunil is. Okay. Now come to the for the keeping method, who I'm going to assign for a keeping. Which person I'm going to assign for the keeping? For the keeping, let us say I assign for Rajesh for keeping. Okay. Rajesh for keeping. So keep that as Rajesh. Okay. If you don't understand, just go my see this session one more time. I will send you the video session. Okay. Don't worry about it. Next, Suresh. Can I assign this method to a? Okay, it's just a practice, nothing else. A dot. Everything is easy if you practice. Okay. Suresh is semicolon, please. Semicolon here. Semicolon here. This is another way. Or you can say the first one is easy for you. Don't go for easiest ones. Go for a difficult one. Field, running. Run method. Let me assign run method. Okay, because both should run, right? In cricket, two people will run at a single stretch. So in the run method, I am going to assign me. Okay, that's I know because we are the two people should run on the run method. Yes. Now Anil and Vinay are running. Put the semicolon there. Not only semicolon. A dot Anil. A is a reference. Without reference, you cannot do anything. Is equal to. Look at the program now. Execute. So I think each and every method I assign the names. Okay, this method I assign the name Suresh. This method Rajesh. This method XYZ. Okay, look at that run. Hit. Sunil is bowling. Rajesh is keeping. Anil and Vinay are running. Harish is fielding. Suresh is batting. This is another way. See, in mathematics, when we are studying in the 10th standard, your teacher used to explain you one problem in the different ways, right? Okay. one problem in different ways. The same way, it's just a mathematics. Okay, look at like it's just a mathematics. This program also written in this way also. Okay, in this way also we can write. Earlier, directly instead of name I put as Suresh. Instead of name I put this. You will tell that is very easiest way. Don't do that. Programming, you should have a analytical thinking skills. Different. You can come up with the different ideas. You're welcome. Okay, I think you understand this. Any doubts here? No doubts, right? Okay, let me go for next program. The excellent program and the new concept. Anybody wants to ask a doubt, or shall I go for next concept? Okay, no doubts, right? Well, now let me go for a new program. This program will help you to understand more about Java. Okay, let me name this class name as Score. Score is the name of my class. Okay, now I think Harish, you cleared, right? Because you are the only person new to Java. Niranjan is new to Java. Okay, so you guys are clear, means I can go ahead, because Simran knows somewhat Java. She knows about it, and Manas also knows about it. Okay.
Okay. No.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Let me go for this right now. Score. What do you mean by score here? What I'm going to do here right now. Okay. Let us look at this. Another way of approaching the problem. Okay. Now I say public. So public void one. One is a method. Means for a one ball. One is nothing but for one ball. Okay. Remember that. Okay. So let me declare as here as a int score. Int score. I don't know the score how much it is. Okay. Int score means score is a integer type variable. Okay. Nice. What I need to write here, let me write here as score is equal to score plus 1. Okay. Well, anybody wants to ask it out? Okay. Look at this then. Now, how many methods I want for Harish, for 1 over how many balls? I don't remember that. How many balls for 1 over, Harish?
6.
6. Okay. Let me go for 6 methods. Okay. 6 balls for each and every over, 6 balls, right? First ball, this is the method. Okay. In first ball, how many runs I scored? If I want to know that, this is the method useful for me. For second ball, let's say 2. Okay. Second ball, see 2. Okay. And 3. 3 is for third ball. Okay. Let's say second. If you want to be second, okay, let me make it at second here. Okay. Second. Third. Third is the method for third ball. For a third ball, how much runs I scored? Okay. Third ball. Okay. For fourth ball, make it as 4. For fourth ball, whatever. Just name of the method, fourth ball. And fifth ball. Okay. Fifth ball. Okay. Let's say 5. Sixth ball. Let's say 6. Okay. Okay. These are the balls. 6 balls total, right? Okay. Let me say this as score plus 1. What do you mean by? I will tell you the logic behind of it. It's just addition. Put 2 here. Put 3 here. Okay. Put 4 here. This time incrementing. That's it. Put 5 here. Put 6 here. Okay. Okay. This is what happened here right now. Now what I do, int score is equal to, if you did not assign any value, let us say if I assign as 10, int score is equal to 10. Now the score carries 10. If you did not assign anything, by default, the constructor of JVM, so constructor in Java will assign by default 0 to that. If you did not assign anything here. Okay, look at that. Score, okay, score plus 1. Okay, you understand this. So right now, let me call all this method inside to play. Okay, how to create an object to call, how can I call these methods? Niranjan, how can I call these methods? How can I call these methods?
By, yeah, you have to create an object.
Excellent. We need to create an object. That's enough? That's enough?
And then, no, we need to create a handle, the reference with which we can call the methods.
Okay, to call the methods, we can use some handle, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use the handle as Niranjan.
Yeah.
Niranjan is my handle reference. Okay. Okay. Next, what can I do next? I need to create a new, right?
Create a method. Create a new,
New.
yes. Create
What
a
is the
new,
purpose of new? What is the purpose of new?
so that we can use the same reference
No,
or
no,
handle
no,
and
no,
call.
no, no. New is nothing but creating an object. If you write a new operator here, it automatically creates an
Yeah, we're
object.
creating a new object. Yeah.
What is this?
Perfectly present.
What is this score? What is this score? Open close bracket semicolon. What does this mean? It is a constructor in Java. Okay, you don't know about that. Leave it here. This is called as a construct in Java. This is called a class name. This is called a reference. This is called a new operator. If you write new operator, automatically in the RAM there is a memory allocated. Okay, we will talk more about JVM in the coming classes. Don't worry about it. Okay, if you want, nothing to do with the JVM anyway. Because if you are good at Java, you can good at every language, C#, PHP, Perl, Python, whatever. Every language you become expertized when you learn Java. Okay, Java is just a mantra. Okay, now let us call as which method you want to call. First method. Okay, let us call first method here. The second method is Niranjan. I'm calling the second method dot. Okay, it's a second, right? So next one. Okay, Niranjan. I'm calling the next method. Okay, dot third. Okay, let me call third method. Niranjan dot 4. Okay, let me call the fourth method. Okay, dot 5. Oh, finalized 5. Fifth method I need to call. Right. Next, Niranjan dot 6. I'm calling sixth method of Niranjan. So if I call all these methods using the object, creating an object is not enough. You should use a reference variable. A reference. You say reference or handle. Niranjan is a handle for us to call the methods using this. This is an invitation or a whatever you call as reference. Okay. So I am calling this. Everything is perfectly okay. Now let me print this. What happens here right now? Let me explain this. What happens? The first interpreter will see here, create an object automatically. Niranjan.1. It sees Niranjan.1. Okay, I need to go to method 1. It directly goes to the method 1. It sees here score is equal to score plus 1. Okay, what is the score value here? 0. If you did not assign here, it's a 0. It is a which type it is? What is a which type it is? It is an integer type. Integer. What are integers in mathematics? -1, -2, -3, -4, 0, +1, +2, minus infinity to plus infinity. They are called integers. That's what we studied in mathematics, right? Okay, they are called integers. Okay, you can say -1, you can say -2, you can say -3. Let us say this score. If you did not assign anything, it's by default 0. Okay, so it sees this. Interpreter will directly redirect to the one method and it goes there. Okay, like imagine it's a interpreter is something like a messenger. The messenger will go here and sees here it assigns 0 here. 0 plus 1 is 1. So 1 will assign to the score. So now the score is carrying. Now this score is, so 1 is kept in the pocket of a score here. Now score. Now after putting a 1, the interpreter will put see, interpreter says 0 plus 1. It do addition here. Oh, the answer is 1. 1 will put on the pocket of a score and says to the score. Interpreter will tell to the score that score. Right now I put 1 into your pocket. Please assign that. This is called assignment operator. Is equal is an assignment operator. We studied operators yesterday. So score will holding 1 here right now. The next what happens, it will come outside. It never go to this method. It come outside. Again go to the main method. It goes directly to the main method. It comes to this it comes to this line again. It comes to this line. Okay, it sees, oh, second. Okay, again it goes back to the second method. Again, see, it is running. It never goes directly down. It goes back to the main method again. It goes back to the main method and it checks the second method. Okay, now I need to go to the again running. It runs faster. It runs very fast here and it goes again second method. It sees that, oh, score. What is the value I need to put a score here? The score value right now is 1. 1 is the score value. Yes or no? Not the 0.
Yes.
Initially only it is 0. Now it is the score handles 1 here, right? This will put here 1 plus 2. How much? 1 plus 2 is how much?
3.
Even that is also Java program or what? 3, right? 3 will assign to the score, right? 3 will assign to the score. See, if you people are not understand, please tell me. I will explain you once again, because these are the simplest programs. If I go for the inheritance or polymorphism or abstractions, that makes you very difficult. I think okay, you can go and execute the programs and come back to me in the next class. Don't worry about it. Now score is equal to score plus 1. Now it is 0 here. 0 plus 1. Now it is carrying 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 will assign to the pocket of. Now interpreter says that, see, you should hold 3 value right now. Earlier you hold 1, right? So you should hold 3 in your pocket. Please keep it with you. And it come outside. It never go to this method. It come outside and directly goes to the main method. That's how interpreter works. Okay. If you want, I'll show you. Really? Are you true? How do you know that the interpreter is your neighbor? How do you know that? Let's look at that. See, the Java is very beautiful language to explain all this stuff, right? Just look at that. If I am telling the truth or not, just look at this. I will show you how the interpreter works perfectly, step by step. Where is this here? Something is gone. Okay. Let me show how the programs work perfectly here. Let me put the word here right now. It's a main. Okay, look at that. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, see here, I put a dot here. Dot means that it is going to work here. Look at that there. So this debug it. What do you mean by debug? Each and every line you can see right now. Okay. First, let me execute the program and afterwards we will debug it there right now. Let me explain this. And afterwards you can see really it going the way what I'm telling. Look at that. So one method, second method. Now it is carrying 3 inside the pocket of this. Now it come outside and it go directly to the third method. It sees the third method. Again go to the third method. See, see how it is running. Again, double time it is going running. It goes there and it sees here. Now it sees, now score value is 3, right? Already it is 3. Hey score, what is the value you carried earlier? The score says I am carrying 3. So put the 3 here. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 will assign to the score. Now this score is holding value of 6, right? Now it come outside, again go to the next method, fourth method, and again redirect to the fourth method. Score, score, how much you are carrying? 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 will assign here. That's how it works. Now look at the program, run the program right now. Now show the console here. So nothing is to be printed here. Why it is not printed anything? Because I kept here the value. Okay, what is the problem? It is not printed anything here. Any idea? Anyone please? Why it is not printed anything here?
Because we need to assign one value to score first.
No, wrong. Next one. Anyone? That is wrong. I told you if you did not assign anything the value to the score, it's by default takes a 0. Okay, next anyone? That's wrong. Next one.
Soon.
No.
0 + 6 0.
Oh, everything is every calculation it will do. Right now it is holding the calculation with that pocket right now. Now the interpreter asked me that, Mr. Anil, if I want to print, please say system.out.println.
Oh yeah, system dot.
So I need to create a method for that. Public void. Let's say print is my method to print all the values. Print. Okay, print the final value. Let's say print is my method. Okay, print the final value for that. Okay. So what I need to print? Let me write like this: score for the single over. Okay, or let's say first over or single over, whatever. First over. If something should be print on the console, you should be use this word, right? System.out.println is to print anything on the console plus score, right? Okay. Now see here. Now what happens? It goes and calculate everything at the last final value. What is the answer? Let me look at that. First 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 will assign here. Here 1, 3. 3 will assign here. 3 will assign here. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 will assign here. 4. The 6 will come here. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 will assign here. Here 10, 15. 15 and 6. How much? What is the score? 15 and 6. 15, 15 will come here, 15 plus 6, how much? 15 plus 6, 21. So last it will say score for the first hour is 21, right? So look at that. It's not printing anything. Okay, go for a console. Where is this window button? Show console. Okay, still it is not printing. Why? What is missing? Why it is not printing? You should print score for the first hour is 21, right? Why it is not printing? I did not call this method, right? I did not call this method inside the main method, right? Niranjan. Yes, I need to call this method, right? Dot print.
Yeah. Dot print. Yeah.
You need to tell me everything. Okay. So if I call now, it will print. Look at that. Then see, every time the interpreter is very smart. It never tell you anything to you. It's just to keep a silence. Look at that. Then score for the first hour is 21. Is that clear for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. Any doubts?
Yes.
Please ask me right now. Did you know that there is a slogan of Java? What does Java says? You know, if you understand my basics, everybody can understand me. That is a main slogan of a Java. Okay, the basics of a Java makes a difference. Okay, so what I want to say is that you have at least you should have some. I mean to say that you should have a basics. What we discussed earlier, all are basics. Just go ahead with the video. The recording session once again. Okay, and execute so many programs. You'll understand everything. I think this program is very easy. Now I'll go for somewhat a different concept for you. Okay, I think Harish also understand this, Niranjan and everybody understand. I think so. If you don't understand, just go for recording session once again. And you can call me at any time at evening 6 o'clock, weekdays or weekends, anytime after 6 evening. Okay, not morning. Well, introduce a new concept called method parameters. Okay, parameterized concept. I think this is clear for everyone, right? I think Anil is also clear. Harish is clear. Manasa, Niranjan, and Simran, everybody. Okay, so everyone is clear right now. So Manasa, would you like to ask a question, or Simran, anyone would you like to ask a question, or shall I go ahead? Would you like to ask a question?
No.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so method. The new concept is method parameters. Method parameters. Okay, let's go with that. What is that method parameterized concept? This is a new concept. Okay, very important concept. Method parameters. Okay, let me introduce you this method parameter. See, it's automatically generated one. Sorry, just leave that. Take it out. So you can say. So I want to introduce this concept to you. So let me say some comments on this. To remove, I'll write here. To remove the unwanted methods. We use the concept of method parameter. I want to remove these unwanted methods. What do you mean? Everything is a good method for you, right? How do you know it's unwanted method? Let me check it out. That to remove the unwanted methods, we use the concept of method parameters. Okay, parameterized concept can method parameters. The word says the method parameters. I want to remove the methods which is unnecessarily. Look at this program then. See, enter this. You look at this. For every ball, I need to create a method, right? There are 50 hours in the. Look at this calculation. Cal. Okay. Cal. Okay. Look at this calculator right now. Okay. Look at this calculator. How many hours in a cricket? 50 times. Each and every over, how many balls? 6 balls. Total 300 balls is there in a 50 hours, right? So I need to create 300 methods, right? Each and every ball I am creating a method. Yes or no, Harish?
Yeah.
Okay. Each and every ball I need to create like 300 methods I need to create. Instead of that, why don't I use another logic? The Java people come with the good logic right now. So leave it about right now 30 for a 300 balls, 300 methods I need to create. First ball, second ball, third ball, fourth ball, 300th ball. I need to create 300 methods. So instead of that, there is a concept called method parameterized concept. The method parameter concept says that, boss, you just remove all this stuff. Remove, let us say only six balls only I created this. Okay. Remove this, all this stuff. I'll give a simple code instead of first ball, second ball, third ball, fourth ball. I'll give a simple concept called method parameter concept. Please use this concept and take it out all this code here right now. Okay. Take it out all the code here right now. If you take it all the code here, yes, let me take all this code right now. Instead of all these things, I will write as simply as, I'm telling you, instead of everything, instead of all these methods, I'll write only single code. What is that single code? I'll explain here method parameters concept right now. So that's what I want to explain you right now. Okay, come to the point right now. So what I'm going to introduce you here as same as earlier int score. Oh, do one thing. Just copy what you want. I want this part. Okay, I want only this part. Okay, let me copy here. See, I'm reusing this method, right? Okay, I copied here. Score semicolon. Okay, now I want this method only. One method, two method, three method. I don't want. Instead of that, I'm creating a new method here. Okay, what method? Let me look at that. Public void. I think everybody understand this. Public void add. Okay, int runs. Okay, it's a new concept. Please understand that. Okay, score is equal to, sorry, score is equal to score plus runs semicolon. Okay, so score plus runs. Instead of all the one method, two method, three method, instead of all these things, I just delete everything, all these things, remove unwanted methods. I don't want all these methods. Why should I waste my memory? Okay, instead of all these things, use only the simple concept. See how many lines? Just a two lines, right? Instead of how many lines? Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, out of 12 methods, sorry, out of 12 lines, I use only 2 lines. That's it. That is the greatness of this. To remove the algebra from mathematics, vector algebra come into action. That is the greatness of vector algebra in the those times. Okay, the mathematics. The same here. What happens? To remove unwanted methods, there is a concept called parameterized concept come into action here. So look at this public void add int runs. So these methods, what we need to do with this method? Oh, these 2 lines give me enter single over score 21. What is the score value at the last? We got it. The score for the first over is 21, right? Okay, let's look at that then. So what I need to do to call these methods, whatever the method, add method. Now see the method. I told you earlier there are 2 types of methods. One is this method is called passing without passing an argument, right? You remember this? Everybody should remember that, right? Sorry, not this one. This one I'm talking about. Oh, even not. Yeah, this one. So we discussed about get is a without passing an argument, or you can say without passing a parameter. Both are same. I told you argument or parameter. You say or parameter. Without passing an argument or parameter methods. Okay. So you did not pass anything inside this. Here you pass something here, int a, all this stuff. Look at that right now. The same thing I'm discussing about right now. This, see here, this is a add is a method with passing a parameter or argument. Yes or no? So can I write this for you? Okay. Add is a method for passing the argument or the parameter. Okay, argument or parameter. I just pass the argument or parameter here. Okay, add is a method for passing the argument or the parameter. So what is this print method? Print method is no need to pass any argument on the print method. Okay, look at this right now. So what I need to do right now? So let me make all the code in a single stretch here. So let me do this. Okay. Now I think everybody is visible this, right? Okay. So leave it that here. So let me say I want to call this method. How can I call? How can I call Niranjan? How can I call this method? How can I call all the methods again?
Yeah, by creating an object, the reference handle again.
Yeah. Okay. So by creating a
Hello.
reference handle, right? Yes or no? Okay. So very nice.
Yep.
Okay, look at that then. So okay, let me say Anil is equal to new. Okay. Perfect. Right. So why it is showing error here? Public class method syntax error or a token method parameters expected. Okay, it is telling that where is my curly braces? Where is my opening body? That's what it's asking. Take it out. Okay. Start of the class, end of the class. Okay, class is ended here. Okay. Everything you should write inside the class. Class is a blueprint. Okay, whatever you want to write, write inside the class. Okay. Now, okay, what I need to do here? Anil dot. Which method I need to call right now? I need to call print method. I know that. Before that, which method I need to call? Before that, which method I need to call? Which method I need to call? I need to call add method, right? I need to call add method. Okay. Okay. I need to call add method here. Why it is not showing anything? Let me look at that. It should show you that. Yes. See, it is asking. Put whatever you want to put here.
Add generation
4.
score.
Okay. Semicolon. See here. Look at this right now. Whenever it sees here, it whatever it do, whenever it sees, it creates an object. It sees an add method. It directly go to the add method. It sees runs, integer runs, right? It will give 4 here automatically. 4. Why? I'm passing 4 from here to there. Now it's like a remote. It's like a remote and it's a TV here. This will operated with the help of here, this one. So I am passing from here. The same way I will pass so many values from here. How many balls? First ball, second ball, third ball, fourth ball, fifth ball, and the sixth ball. Sixth ball. So first ball, how many runs? 1 run. Second ball, how many runs? 0. Batsman did not score anything. Third ball, how many runs? 3 runs. Fourth ball, how many runs? 0 again. Fifth ball, how many runs? 1. Sixth ball, how many runs? Again 0. This is the total score of the 1 over. Okay. So let me go for Anil dot print. Okay. So this is what happens. Directly I'm passing the simple code I'm passing here. What happens, first it comes to this method, it goes directly here. It will put 1 here. So 1 will 0 plus 1. Runs is nothing but, you say if you don't want runs, make it as A or B, whatever, int A. Okay. Or you place here as A here. You say A here. If you don't want runs, int A. So 1 will go directly here A, and 1 is here. 1 plus 0 is much. Okay. So you want 21 runs, right? So put here 2. Oh, okay. Leave it about that. 0. Okay. Now execute the program. First execute the program, then you'll understand this. Score for the first over is 5. Okay. Score for the first over is 5. I think you understand this, right? Who did not understand, please tell me. Instead of all the overs, I written a simple code like this. This is called passing a parameters. You can write whatever you want to write. It will pass directly to here. Any doubts? I think Harish is confused. Harish, did you confused? Harish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, Harish, what we done earlier. Did you understand this program?
Yeah, I did that.
Did you understand this program?
hmm
Did you understand this?
Yeah, I've got a sense of it.
Okay. Now, what we done here is that here you you just written a code here to run the program. I mean, the score should be printed here. Here, what I'm doing, I'm just removing all these methods, and I'm just using concept called method parameter. In the method parameter, what I done, I just write only the 2 lines code here. I just write only 2 lines code here. So what happens, using this parameterized concept, see what is, I told you the 2 methods. One method, see this type of methods are called passing no arguments. No parameter is passed inside the brackets. If you pass a parameter inside the bracket, then it makes very easy for you. Okay, what I done, just go again and again, execute the program, again come back to me. Okay, next class I will explain you this. Don't worry about it. What I done, I just passes. See, I write only 2 lines, and I'm passing the values from here. If you want another over, I can pass here also. I can write second over. If you want second over here, everything I can, like a second over. What is the score for second over? Each and every over I can write it second over. Second over is, so for a second over, how to print that? Look at this. Okay, for a second over, how many balls for a second? 12 balls, right? See, so how many balls? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. Okay, let's go for last one, 12. So all I given as whatever the values you can give here. 0 here, you can give 3 here, you can give whatever you want. So for your understanding, 0. Again, the batsman is nonsense batsman, 0. Okay, 0. So 4 runs. What is the total runs? 1, 1, 4, 4, 5, 5 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. What is the score for the second over? Is, that's it. Score for the second over is 12. Okay, so each and every ball you can write like this. Each and every ball. Now I want to synchronize the code more in depth. I don't want to write this also even. What I need to do? Look at that then. So did you understand this? Go ahead with this. Next program. Let me go for next program then. Let me go for next program. Okay, look at this program then. So I want to print score for the all overs. Okay, I will write here score for all overs. Okay, I want a score for all the overs. See, this helps you. This code helps you score for only single over. You look at this method parameter concept helps you score for at least 2 overs, right, or more than 2 overs. For if you want how many, say each and every ball, see this one ball, how many I can create, like a, for each ball I am passing from here. If it is 300 balls, I can write 300 times anil.add, anil.add, all these things, right? Instead of that, now the second thing what I'm doing, 50 overs, in one single stretch, 50 overs are completed. The game is over. I want a score right now. What is the total score for our Indian cricket team? If you want that, so score for all the overs, I am going to do the program for you guys. So what I'm doing, I use the method parameters concept in a different way. Look at that. What I want to do here right now, public, I'll write a code for you. Public void add method, same add method, but earlier I used to declare int a, right? Int a only. So I am declaring more parameters here. Int a1, okay, int a2, int a3. I think you understand. Only one I declared earlier on, right? Only one I declared here, int a. So you are going to pass only one value there. If you declare int a1, a2, a3, a3 like this, if you declare more values here, one after the other, I'm going to declare from add 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? I'll do that. Okay. So what I'm doing here right now, int a1, int. So enter single over. Let me first see single over, int a3, int a4. Okay, sorry. Int a5. Okay. Int a6. only for 6 balls. It gives only for 6 balls. Okay. So let me write a code here right now. Everything is clear right now. Okay. Like score. So I need to add all these balls, right? Score plus 1 is enough? No. Score plus, sorry, is equal to score plus A1 plus, okay, I'll do this copy. Okay. Okay. Say 2 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm adding all the scores here because 1 over score I want 6. That's it. So more precisely, I'm doing the, see, I'm decreasing the code because I want memory. I understand the value of a memory. Okay. So if you understand the value of memory, I'm decreasing the code. Lesser the code, lesser the memory it use, right? Okay. So let me put here as a semicolon. Perfect. Everything is okay. Now see here. Now I need to print this, right? I need to print. Let me copy the print method from the print method. Okay. Score for single over. See, decreasing the code is so smartly, it is going decreased. Okay. So let me declare here. What is the int value first? Int score is equal to. Let me declare int score value how much it is earlier. By default, it takes 0 automatically. So score is this much. Everything is clear. Now see. For 2 hours, I used to do this much of thing right now. So for single over, let me say for single over right now, then we will go for second over. Okay, let me do this. What is the class name? Let's copy this class name here. Copy the class name. Create an object first. Create an object. Reference variable Anil. Okay, let's say A is a reference variable. Let's say X is a reference variable. X is equal to new. Okay, let me paste this. Close and open. Semicolon. Perfect. So I need to say, I need to call which method? X dot. I need to call add method. X. Every time you need to call dot add. See, it is asking. See, automatically. See, that is the greatness of Eclipse. It says that you can pass the, okay, first one run. Okay, second ball 0. This is int. This is called second ball, third ball, fourth ball, fifth ball, sixth ball. This entire single method will use a single over, one over or one over. Okay, so what is the value here? It is 2 runs here. He scored 2 runs here. He scored 3 runs here. 3 runs here. He scored 0 here. He scored 1 here. Now look at this. So I am going to print x dot print. This is the value. Okay. So for score for 1 over, first over, you say first over. Okay, let me print that. What is the 1 plus 2 plus 3 is how much? 1, 2, 6 and 7. Total score is 7 for single over. Score for the first over is 7. Okay. I want 50 over score. Let us say I want leave it about 50 over score. I want score for, I want the score for 10 overs. Let us look at the 10 overs. So see, easy. See, you see the code for a single over. This much of code I need to write for single over. Okay. This is the code. Just I think I use the parameters concept. I do that. So next, advanced parameters concept, I use this. It is an advanced parameterized concept. I use this right now. Okay. So what do you understand by this? So I think you got it right. So do one thing. X dot. Now look at this. I want 10 over score at a single stretch. 50 overs also you can. Okay. Next. Next. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If you want 50 over score, you can. That's it. So first 2 hour score is this. Only single code. This single code operates the 50 hours at a single stretch. Okay, I think. So for second hour, this is for the second hour, right? If you want to change second hour, just change as second hour duck out. Sorry, not duck out. I mean to say he did not score anything. So he did not score as anything here. Maiden, right? What is maiden in cricket? Maiden is nothing but the batsman did not score anything. So this is for, okay, how many overs? First over, second over, third over, fourth over, fifth over, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th over. Okay, let's go for 14th over and the 15th over. That's it. 15 overs. Okay, so I need to write. Let me say last 16th over. Okay, 16 overs. Okay, let me print one more. My lucky number is 16. So okay, so these are the scores. You can alter the scores there. So score for the 16 overs is, look at that. Score for 16 overs is 105. Oh my god, so much people scored. 16 overs 105 is nothing. Okay, so any doubts please? So see, for a simple 2 lines code, 50 overs I am writing right now. Earlier for 1 hour, see how much I am struggling for 1 hour. This much I need to write for 1 hour. Up to here I need to write for only 1 hour. Right now you see, using a method parameterized concept, I write only 2 lines. See, I am printing a 50 over score in one stretch. Tuck, tuck. You want more? Yes, go ahead with that. More. Copy print. If you want, it goes like that. How many hours? Please don't ask me how many hours. I don't want to count again. Okay. Then let us say it's roughly, you say around how many hours? 20 hours, 21 hours. That's up to you. Okay. So let me print. Oh, how many hours it is? You need to count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, let's take this as 20 hours or 21 hours. Okay, whatever it is. So I think you understand. Let me execute this. Okay, look at that. Score for 16 overs, 141. Okay, it's not 16, right? It may be 20 overs. Okay, I think you guys understand this, right? Any doubts, please? Doubts, please? Doubts, right?
No.
Now, so I think you understand this concept. I'm going to send you this material to you. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to send. Let me stopping the recording here.